and put it right up by your face for 15 seconds, would you breathe it?
Probably not.
Probably?
No, would not.
Absolutely not?
Absolutely not.
How many of you are getting a clarification on that answer? Joe, Mama, you have a point to make. Make the damn point. Does that make sense? How much does that right there change this? Make sense? It changes it a lot. It's a complete different game at that point. Okay? So would you breathe that?
No. Absolutely not.
So you wouldn't breathe it for 15 seconds.
No.
You want to know why you don't need to breathe it? Here's what the CDC says. You know what E. coli is?
Mm-hmm.
How much of that does your family need with the allergies you've got in the air? Because basically what the CDC is saying, this is what's coming out of your carpet that your vacuum cleaner is putting back in the air. How much salmonella?
0.
And I'm going to boom, 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 boom. Make sense? Okay, now you still wouldn't breathe it for 15 seconds.
Right.
Okay, now why is it okay for your wife to be running it for 7 hours a week?
It's not.
Knowing that, do you ever want her to turn it on again?
No.
Do you ever want her to have to breathe it?
No.
Do you ever want the kids to breathe it?
Absolutely not.
Now, knowing that, because how often did you say you got sinus headaches? Almost every night?
Every morning.
Oh, you wake up with one every morning?
Yeah.
You know why? Because she's vacuuming just before you get home and you're breathing that all night long and it's giving you a sinus headache. She's trying to be a good wife. Just before you get home, she cleans for an hour. So your castle looks good. How many of you are taking it that far?
Nope.
Because see, my goal in a demo is to get a 2-on-1 situation. What do I mean by that?
You and the wife together. You and the wife together.
Make sense? I'm going to get a 2-on-1 situation.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start it here. Okay, now knowing that, do you ever want to turn this on again? So what are you going to clean with? Because see, I'm going to explain right now. Just like air filters that have dry filters, vacuum cleaners that have dry filters aren't healthy. Because every time I turn this on, it's making you sick. See, that's what I left out. Anybody notice I left that out?
You're also gonna go.
And that's what I left out. Does that make sense?
On purpose? You left that out?
I'm doing 3 different things.
Yeah, fair.
Does that come up with another number?
No, it's true. Somebody else.
Does that make sense? Because I'm going to go back because it would make me sick. So every time I turn this on and I ask you what's it doing to your family, I want you to tell me it's making you sick. Okay, now if I've got this running, every time I turn it on, it's cleaning the air. So would you rather have one cleaning the air or making you sick? Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this on a bunch of times. It's going to do a lot of things in your house. And would you rather have one that does a lot of things and cleans the air, or one that every time you turns it on, it makes you sick? Okay. You're kind of liking what I got. Let me ask you a question. If she's liking what I got, it's either going to it's going to cost you some money, or she's going to have to go get it for free. Which would you rather?
Better come up with some names.
Well, she wouldn't know that.
You wouldn't know that.
Okay.
Exactly.
Because see, I've not done it.
Right. You're planning it.
Okay, now saying it the way I said it, what am I going to entice? Well, how's that program work? All we're going to do is we're going to go together on a few presentations, and you can end up getting everybody your money back. Don't go into 100% detail and scare them off.
Right.
See the difference? I'm working toward this. You got to get them on the ship before you can get them going.
Right.
Guys, you got to get a date before you're going to get anything else.
Right.
I'm talking about a kiss. What the hell were you thinking?
You pig, Dory.
You too? Okay, so here's basically all vacuum cleaners have 4 parts. They have an intake, they have an exhaust. But that's what the air is going through. That right there is why it makes you sick. Just a clarification. Are you taping this?
Mm-hmm. I hope. Yeah. Phew.
Let's take a picture of how well we're cleaning. Okay, now. Would you be okay? It's going to take about an extra 5 or 10 minutes, but I'd like to go allergy-free little Charles's room because of his allergies being so bad. Would you be okay with that?
Mm-hmm.
Are you in?
Yep.
So I hand him the hose and the power nozzle. I hand her the visualizer. And I grab the rainbow and here, Charles, you take the claws. Because you're going to help me out. I want them to hand them to you when I need them. How many of you are handing the claws to the kids so they can help you out?
Aww. Cute.
Now you got them involved. I'm going to control every situation in a house.
Right.
Now what I'm going to do is we're going to go in the bedroom. First thing I'm going to do is, before we go in, I want you to notice, what do you smell? Halitosis. You smell an unhealthy house. You smell a halitosis. You smell an unclean house, because it doesn't smell clean back here. Let's walk in this bedroom and see what we can smell, because what does it normally smell like before we go in?
Bad.
Little boy.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing worse than little boy. And everybody knows what little boy room smells like. Oh yeah, it's just plumb nasty. So now I walk in here, how does that smell? I don't smell the little boy, but it sure smells healthy, doesn't it? Okay, I'm gonna show you how to allergy-free this room. The start of it is you gotta have something in here cleaning the air. Okay, now the part that probably creates him the most havoc when he wakes up is we're going to work on this mattress. Let's take a picture of what's in the mattress. Okay, hold out your hand. Boom. What do you think that is?
Dead skin.
It is. Did you know it's also body ash?
Ew.
Did you also know that it's dry fluids? Let's see
Ugh.
if we can find some more.
In little Jimmy's.
What?
It's funny.
Huh?
Definitely
It's
Charles
subtle
Bad.
and it's quite,
I don't need to narrate. I don't need
Yeah.
all that other stuff in it.
Right.
Now I'm going to pull it and I'm going to put that one in your other hand. And I'm going to wait for them to... Because that's what I'm working on a whole demo for, is to get what?
Reaction.
Feedback. Don't cut them off.
Yep.
Don't be in such a hurry.
Right.
Okay, what again? It's dead skin,
Body
body
ash.
ash,
Fluids.
fluids in a little boy's bed. What would that be?
Disgusting.
Pee.
It would be. And it goes to a powdery state. And it puts it back in the air. It's not good. But see, let me explain something. That right there is all of that of everybody that's whoever slept in that bed. How old is that mattress?
Pretty old.
It's not new. You know everybody that slept in that bed? You probably don't want to know. But the thing about it is, that's what that little guy's sleeping with. So basically, what you could do is you could go buy him a brand new mattress. But you'd still have the same problem. Because you could either buy a new mattress or clean that one. But if you buy a new mattress, you still have to have something to clean it. How old is your mattress? What do you think I'm going to find in it? How many of you are asking that question?
Right.
Do you think it's going to be this bad? Well, I hope not. Well, let's go see. I'm going to go see. Because there's nowhere in the demo I can build more value. I can build $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $10,000 here. But the thing about it is, you can go buy all new mattresses in the house, because if you got somebody that's squeamish about that and that shit really bothers them, that's what they're going to do. They wouldn't have to think about it. They wouldn't have to research it. They wouldn't have to call their friends. They'd make that decision. It's like, oh hell, we got to get new mattresses. What do you mean you have to think about shit? You just told me you were going to buy all new mattresses because they're just plumb nasty. But if you buy new mattresses, you're going to have to clean them. Because these were new mattresses at one time. You got to have something to clean them. And little boys are going to pee on the bed. You want to know how to get that out? It's real simple. We have what we call it's an Aquamate solution. It's a sanitizer, deodorizer, and it's a freshener, and it also re-scotch guards the mattress. You can take and put it in a squirt bottle and squirt on it. We've got this attachment right here. Pour some water on it, scrub it, and suck it out. And you can get that stain completely out. You can back to a brand new mattress.
Tractor.
Huh?
Go for it. Keep going. You're right.
What's wrong?
I was trying to
She
figure
was
out
just asking
what
me.
it was you were talking about.
Does that make sense? You know what an Aquamate is?
Yeah,
You know what the solution is?
that I didn't know.
There's a bottle of soap in the Aquamate.
Yeah.
That's it.
That is it.
Make sense?
I didn't know it was that.
See, we can shorten our demo with just PowerPoints. Make sense?
Oh, yeah.
So that's where we're at. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to suck down the pillows. I'm going to do the blue bag. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and pull the power nozzle out, and I'm going to start doing some cleaning. I'm going to do my 5 claws. I'm going to build some value. How old is this carpet? It's 3 years old. I got a silly question. Why did you buy new carpet last time? Was it because of the stains or the filth?
Both.
The stains. Now, how much value did I just build on when I'm going to get the stains out here in a minute?
Right.
If you don't ask that question, you have no value.
Because.
Why'd you replace the old carpet? What did it look like? Was it this bad or worse? No, it looked just about like this. And you've already got it back to this in 3 years? Joe, I don't want to be obnoxious, but you ready to spend another $4,000? Because I don't, if that's why you replaced it last time, it's time to do it again. I'm building value. What are you doing? Make sense? Okay, now what I'm going to, Okay, now what I'm going to do is, now I'm going to pull the fifth one. Ma'am, you already told me that you vacuum every day for an hour. Okay, now when you're doing it, do you plug the vacuum in? Is the motor going boom, 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 boom?
What?
How can you have this much filth in the carpet when you vacuum every day? I guess my vacuum cleaner's a piece of shit. What is your customer saying at this point? How many times you gonna get them to disown it? Because let me ask you a question. Joe, Mama, you're getting ready to buy a house, right? You gotta have good credit, but your refrigerator quits tonight. What are you gonna do? Wait until you buy a house?
No, need a new fridge.
Could you pay cash for it?
No, I'm parking.
So you'd have to finance it. We're about at the same situation. You got a condition in this house you need to take a serious look at, and it needs to be gone today. Am I lying to them?
No.
Do I feel that way?
Yeah. No.
Am I telling you how I feel? How many people are going to buy into it? 80%. How about if everybody in this room had that demo? If everybody in this room was first teamers, we'd be selling 15 machines a day.
400 a month.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's where we're at. Okay, where are we at in the demo?
Where's he at?
Fucking, I have no clue.
Huh?
5 blocks.
Okay, I'm at the fifth cloth, and basically I've asked them, you're going to replace your last carpet, and boom, boom, boom. My vacuum just doesn't work. I'm going to show you why later. It's not you. You got the wrong equipment. Because see, let me ask you a question. When you bought that vacuum cleaner, if they'd have told you it's going to pollute and make you sick every time you turn it on, would you have bought it?
Oh.
If you'd have found out it doesn't clean worth a damn, would you have kept it?
Nope.
So now you know it makes you sick and it doesn't clean, what are you gonna do with it?
Get rid of it.
You gonna turn it on again? You're buying a new house. What are you going to do? Just not vacuum until you get a new house? You're better off getting a broom. But let me show you what the broom does. How healthy is that? How well is that going to work for you? Man, I don't have any choices. Man, I don't want to hit my credit. They told me not to, but I don't have a house. Because he told me that, you know, I'm not getting a house in 90 days if you haven't found one and you're not pre-approved. If you're working on your credit, that's years down the road. If they're getting a new house, they're a dumbass. They should have already bought one. The interest rates are lower than they've ever been. You can buy a house. You know when I bought my first house, I paid 11% interest on it. Now you can get that shit for 1.5%. That's the world I grew up in. It wasn't this bullshit that you guys were brought up in. Does that make sense? I had to have $25,000 down. I was 23 years old when I bought my first house. I was 22 years old when I bought my first Mercedes. I was 23 when I bought my second one. I went for a Sunday drive and bought a brand new Jeep. Shouldn't have went out that morning. Make sense? But it's this business. This is what it can do for you. Okay, we're at the power nozzle. We've done all of that. We went all the way through it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have her finish the room because we're getting our jug dirty. Right? Let's do the whole room. We got to get every bit of the filth out of this carpet because you've already done it from 0 to nothing, right?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to get all the filth out of it. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to check that. Now I'm going to pour it in there. And I've got my jug. I'm going to set it off the side. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get another basin of water and get it dirty. Think that's good enough or should we get one more? You're right, we need to get one more. I'm going to get another basin of water. How many of you are doing that? How many of you are pulling 2 or 3 basins when you're allergy-free in a bedroom? How can you prove to them that the machine honestly works? Here's where we started. Here's where we're at. What do you want your baby sleeping in right now, Joe Mama?
Not that.
What about this house you're buying? You might have to wait a month. But let me ask you a question. Are you okay with your wife going out and getting it free? Would that make a whole lot more sense? Is that going to stop you from getting a house? I'm on offense. I ain't sitting back and waiting I get to the end of the demo. Because if I hear any wind that they're buying a new house, because a lot of times you do in the demo. Right?
Yep.
Hell, I'm going to jump on that like, pooh, baby doll, we're in trouble. Make sense? But you only get this power by working on the demo. You come to practice every day.
Yep.
You want to play in the game, you better come to practice. You're going to sit on the bench because you couldn't show up for practice this week. You're not going to get to play in the game tomorrow. But if you come to practice that day, you might, you do good. I'll put you in tomorrow. We have a game every day. Some people have 3 games a day. You want to earn the right to be in the game? You played sports. You went to practice every day, didn't you?
I tried to.
Did you show up on time or did you walk in late?
Actually, in football, I guess I let my talent take that, so I never even showed up. But I never played though because of that. So
Good point.
I just was good enough to, show up once. And
Kind of like here. That don't work here either. Because you may have all the talent in the world. I got an older brother that wasn't the most talented, but he played 7 years in the NFL at a nose tackle. That's not a little guy. If you go back and look him up now, his weight was 245, and he played nose tackle in the NFL. Wow. He'd juice it up. He'd get on the steroids, juice it up, get up about 275. That was just, and he was down to about 250 by the time he got through camp, because they'd lose it all. It was all fake weight. Okay, let's go on. Where are we at now?
The tools. No, I don't. Wait, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so now we've pulled all the basins. Now we've got everything out. But let me ask you, okay, now what's the toughest thing to dust in here? What part of the dust in here do you think's really affecting his allergies?
The
All
ceiling
these
fan.
blinds? Okay. Oh, the ceiling fan. Okay. What about what's on the walls? Oh, wow. How about the ceiling? Let's do that one too. Okay, here we go. Boom, 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 boom. There's 6 or 7 claws.
Dusting. Got it.
Now I'm going to go back out to the main part of the house. Ma'am, let me ask you a question. How do you normally clean this hard surface floor?
Swiffer?
Swiffer? You ever use a broom?
No.
You don't?
Not anymore.
Can I borrow your Swiffer?
Hell yeah, it's right there.
Okay, well here. Bang, 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 bang.
Yikes.
Right?
That's
You
disgusting.
got allergies.
I do.
But I got a silly question for you.
Okay.
Did you have carpet in this house before you got these hard surface floors?
Yeah.
Are your allergies better now than before you had the carpet?
No.
Didn't make a big difference, did it?
No.
Not as much as you wanted.
Right. No.
Because you guys got bad allergies. I can't imagine what they'd have been like. No, they're not that much better.
They're better.
Okay, well, let me ask you a question. Now that you got all these hard surfaces, is your house easier to clean or harder?
Kind of harder.
It is. You know what? Everybody tells me that. They go from carpet and think, man, my cleaning's going to be a breeze. And they're in a...
World of hurt.
Yeah. It's twice as hard. How many of you have that in your demo? How much value am I going to build out of hard surface floors? I know one thing, you're not going to be scared to go into a house that has all hard surface again. I just cast the biggest objection in some of you guys' heads that's here. Oh my God, it's all hard floors! Oh shit, I'm in trouble now. I might as well walk out. I'm a freshman playing against the seniors. They're gonna whoop my butt.
That was funny because one of the customers yesterday was like, he was a 12-2 customer, his first appointment, and his cousin was like, he's got hardwood floors. And I'm like, let's roll. It still cleans the air, right? But I didn't bring that part up, and that's something I need to
See how much different it'll make?
Absolutely, yeah.
It's a game
It's just a
changer.
different mindset.
There's always something.
Well, the customers don't
Now,
know
now
that.
we're going to take it a little bit further. Now, okay, watch. We took the Swiffer or we took the broom. How's that working for your family's allergies?
Not.
That damn thing's got to be gone too. Well, let's check under here. Whoa, wow, what happened under there? What am I checking under? Not her dress, Joe.
Yeah, pervert.
Everybody's got it would do that.
Yes.
Table.
Can you say it again?
Table.
Under the tablecloth.
I pull up your tablecloth. What happened? Wow, wow, what happened under there? Oh, I just can't clean under there. You don't have anything that'll get it? No, that Swiffer's worthless under there. I can tell it left a lot. No, I just quit cleaning.
Ew. What the fuck? People do that?
Kid, you're going to learn a lot in this business.
Apparently. I'm fucking grossed out by people.
Does that make sense? I know what she's going to do. She's going to lift that up and she goes, oh shit, that's nasty.
I'm gonna be like, Scott. I know, I'm gonna be like, Scott,
I was
literally.
right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what happened there? You ever clean there? Scott said there's people that don't. He was right.
Literally.
Who's Scott?
I'm gonna FaceTime him and be like, look at this shit. Fucking gross. People are weird.
Well, here, let's see what we can do. Okay,
The visualizer explodes.
which would you rather have, this or that? Are you doing a comparison? This or that? Oh my God, I love that. Was that hard?
No.
Would you do it?
Yeah.
You're wanting this thing, right?
Yeah.
You really want it?
Yeah.
You okay to go on 12 of these with me?
Yeah.
So you can get it free?
Yup.
What are you gonna say? Yes or no, big boy?
We're married.
You're okay with it?
I don't want to pay for it.
He's cheap.
That's how you put a 12 and 2 in a Facebook lead.
My hubby.
I'll turn it straight into a 12 and 2 demo. Yep. All I've got to do is get them close.
Yep.
I got to get them close, and then what I'm going to do, if you don't jump too hard, you're liking this. Well, I don't know yet. A little bit? Yeah, a little bit. Well, let me ask you a question. She's liking it a little bit. You know where a little bit goes? Because when she met you, she liked you a little bit, but you still got married.
If I would say that, that would be Marco Polo.
That would be A1.
Well, guess what? So it's going to basically boil down to two choices. You can either buy it and pay for it, or you can have her go with me on a few shows and she can get it free. Get all your money back. Okay, why did I say get all your money back?
So they know that they're paying for it.
No, they have to buy it first.
Yeah.
It's not new to them. Well, I didn't know I had to buy it. I thought I could just get it free. Now you know why you're getting that objection?
Hell
Because
yeah.
you're not saying that. It's not clarified.
See the difference?
Yeah.
Bing.
There's a rebate.
A rebate. That's good for it.
Don't go into rebate up front. It's just basic. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find 5 or 6 nasty claws off the floor. Behind the doors, up against the cabinets, up in there, boom, boom, boom. I'm going all over, where they're not gonna do it. Man, I find it, if you went to my house, and if you got a dog, is there any dog food around it, all the way around the dog food? I'm gonna go over there and go zip, 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 zip. If I go down the hallway and there's kitty litter, I'm gonna go boom, 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 right over the top. They can't do that.
Right.
You know why you can't pick up kitty litter with a vacuum cleaner?
Because there's no airflow. I don't know.
Okay, now listen to this. I've already answered this once. A vacuum cleaner pulverizes what comes out of the carpet and makes it small enough it could end up back in the air. So what the hell do you think it's going to do with kitty litter that's full of piss?
Yummy.
Does that make sense? Hell, I'm selling rainbows today.
You're selling us rainbows.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so where are we at?
Floor brush.
Now, basically, we've done the floor brush. What's the toughest thing to dust in your house? That fan?
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
Hey, dust.
What about them blinds?
Yep.
I can tell. They don't look like you've done them yet.
Well, Charles cleaned.
You wouldn't say that? Are you lying to them? If you've got a rapport, they're going to go, yes, sister, I haven't.
Oh my god.
Remember that lady?
Look at that face. Oh,
Hey, Scott, you remember
hell.
that lady up in Oklahoma? That I went with that gal and the little girl, and before we got to it, I pulled the hose out. She said, "Well, this thing will do my blinds. I'll just put it on a credit card right now." You know? She was like, "Never put the blinds. They're a pain in the ass." You know what I mean? I'm like, all right. That's the first thing I showed her. You know what I mean?
Make sense?
He's cranked himself up.
Huh? No, you ought to have seen her face. It was like, he didn't just say that to me. That's an old white guy calling me a sister. Hell, I'm born on a potato farm. You know what's crazy? Listen to this shit. How long have I been in here and I always mess with talent scouts? I says, okay, can you guess where I'm from? I've done it for 20 years.
Right.
I've never had anybody get close. Yesterday, this girl goes, oh, hell, you're from Idaho. I go, where the hell did you get that? Did you tell her? Or did you go? They went, no. She goes, you remind me of a general manager of one of the car dealerships I work with. She's over all of HR of a major car dealer chain out of Houston. She goes, you remind me of a guy. He's to the point. He's frank. He'll tell you exactly what it is. There's no BS, and all your mannerisms are a lot alike. And she goes, that's exactly who you reminded me of when you started talking.
How funny.
And he was from Idaho. Is that hilarious?
Potato man.
Potato boy.
You looked directly in the camera when you said that. It was low-key scary.
Okay, so now what we've done all of our, okay, now here's the difference. See, now when I'm doing a Facebook lead, I've got to get more creative. But if I'm I've got a RC, I may look at the RC and I may say, now Sandy, does she need to see this?
Oh, yeah.
To do this, should we do the underneath the fridge?
Yes.
Floor cleaner?
I'm getting my direction from them.
Okay.
Why? Pressure's on. Don't screw it up. It could cost you a lot.
The RC knows them better than anybody else.
Right. That's why we pay the RC.
Right. Okay.
Does that make sense?
And it's 12 and 2 appointment, you used the
Yeah,
listing.
So I'm gonna use that. But see, on that, it's like, do you ever clean underneath your fridge? You know?
Never.
Would you if you could?
Yeah.
Let's go.
And she's got 2 huskies and there's probably a third under there.
But again, did you hear, instead of
I
what
was
you
like,
wanna
there's a
say,
dog.
did you hear what I said? If she doesn't wanna see how, why would I show it?
Correct.
Doesn't make sense.
See, that's what I'm doing.
Right.
Have you ever done your dryer? Would you like to? To get the lint out of it? Because they say it causes fires. It does. Let's go. What?
That's her favorite tool. We got so much out of somebody's dryer the other day. It was disgusting. But
But see, the thing about it is, that's why I'm gonna ask. Because you've got some people that wouldn't do it.
yeah.
So I don't need to show it.
Right.
I don't need to show it. What am I gonna gain from it?
No value.
I'm gonna lose, but I'm gonna, see, what I'm doing is I'm riding a bicycle uphill. So every time I show something they don't wanna see, I've quit pedaling for a minute.
Oh my God.
You lose their attention.
That's scary.
Yeah, and you gotta get it back. You gotta get back what you've lost. You gotta get back the momentum that you had.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna show them, and when you get real good at this business, you get good at figuring out what people like, want to do, and what they can, and what they want, and what you need to show them. But then once you get all RCs, the RC will tell you. You just gotta ask them. What about the dryer? Should I show her how to do that? Oh, she wouldn't give a shit.
Next.
It's like if you came over to my house. You said, and they says, would you like to see how, you know, they asked Donna, would she give a shit?
Nope.
Underneath the
A little bit.
fridge?
She wants to see how that supermom does the travertine.
I've trained her well. That's the maid's job. And she's not gonna train the maid either.
That'd be me.
Is my wife different? So you better have it in your demo that I'll come back and I'll train the maid. Because halfway through and they say, okay, do you do all the, now I got a maid. Would you want a trainer or would you want me to train her? Oh, you train her? Yeah. Now she's in the game.
That's awesome.
That's good.
Oh, yeah.
And
Now you get all the way down to the end and she says, no. Oh, you got a maid? Well, I'll train the maid. Too late.
Too late.
Now you understand why you're getting the objections you're getting?
Yep.
That you can't cash?
Yep.
Catch them before.
Cash them before you get them. That's what a good salesperson does. And you're just nothing but, okay, when you go to the doctor's office, they send the PA in there, and they ask you, or the nurse, and they ask you all of these questions, and then he comes back and asks the same ones, the ones that matter.
Right.
That's all you're doing in a demo. You show the ones that matter. Does that make sense? There's a lot of questions you have that don't matter, don't show. And that's where the difference is. What time is it?
10:20. 10:40.
Okay. So now where are we at?
You going through the tools?
Lint trap with the dryer, dusting.
We've done all the tools.
Tools.
We're done with the tools.
Now I'm back to main back.
Would you really like to see how much dust your vacuum cleaner's been putting in the air and why you're sick?
Yeah.
Would you really like to see why you've got all this filth in your house when you vacuum every day for an hour?
Yeah. My wife.
Make sense?